You guys just saw that clip. I'm hearing what sounded like footsteps, and we've been hearing banging and like dragging noises. Like
we burning up. Every time we hear me, we turning up. Every time you see me, I look like bugs. Pound my friends in a big black truck.
Back in October, the Cowboys won a blowout in their first matchup against the Saints. Can New Orleans...
Teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wildcard Weekend. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And we will get a look at their sixth-year signal caller.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
Now a give on the counter. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That was Micah Parsons making that play. Only for our first play, one of the D linemen injured on it, and medical staff out now to look at him. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain. Injuries like these haven't stopped them from locking up a playoff spot, Brock. They've been able to fight through them to remain one of the best teams in the entire conference.
And I love that word, fight. It's definitely the key one here. There's been tremendous fight, grit, toughness up and down this roster to keep their level of play despite all these injuries.
And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline. We've got 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Fields this clean at the 30. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. So now the Cowboys getting an opportunity to send their offense out for the first time. They'll be led out by one of the league's promising young talented quarterback in his first season out of Texas.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You don't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Play action on 1st down. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. They go play action on 1st. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And it's going to be second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be first down, Dallas. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have first and goal.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out and gets some.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back gets the handoff. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And this isn't resolved quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Back to throw now. Finds him over the middle. And not much. Quickly.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 15. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. So they're left facing third and long. Here's a throw. Flush down out to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And this one doesn't go far. Corliss Waitman out there again to punt this away. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. Starts the return at the 34. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. Nice moves on the return. He gets 17 out of it. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Back to pass on first and 10. On the move, headed right. On the run. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 13-0 lead. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. Throwing off the play fake here. Has it downfield, working the left. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 20-zip lead. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys push their lead to 21-zip already.
Saints nothing. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And Brock, they are really struggling to get their feet under them in the first half. They've got to find some resiliency, really stabilize things here in the postseason. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it about 7 yards on that run. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 4.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Corliss Waitman on to punt. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
To throw it on 1st down. He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. They go play action here. He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. And you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
They'll run it here on third down. He gets the first and more to the 35. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone, down at the 20. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. One quarter ago. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Escapes the pocket. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Throwing from the gun here. Has it in close. Touchdown, Dallas. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. First and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry. Bringing up 2nd and 5. They'll throw it. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He's got this at the 27. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. The Cowboys and this running back headed back out for a new series. There has been nothing that can stop them, so we got to assume this drive, Brock, likely going to end in a touchdown as well. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he nearly gets to the 25 before going out. A pickup there of 39. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking for a throw here. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st down, they'll run. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really...
And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys blowing them out now, 34-zip. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys grow their lead yet again. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Connects with the open man downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. They'll run here on first down. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to the well again. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. 3rd and long for him here. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. The Cowboys returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Connects on the crosser. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Complete out to the right side. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Into the 2nd level past the 30. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
First down, Cowboys.
Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And in for the Dallas touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Saints offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Saints looking for a score before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. Hits him on the out route. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Hits his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. Corliss Waitman brought on to punt this away. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. Punt meets him at the 28. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they're going to take over possession. Play action on 1st down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
They go play action on 1st. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or two short of that 25. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throwing now off play action. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. Touchdown, Dallas. Now the 2nd time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a 2nd home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Saints are going to take over now near the end of the half. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together. Throwing now from the gun. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Throw left side, complete. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Buys time, rolling right. He tucks it and takes off. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Offense in the hurry up here. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
And 10 yards to go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. They're going to bring Waitman on now to handle the punt. And this effort's going to give him an even half dozen tonight. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it sets up 2nd down. Here comes the final play of our first half. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. And I guess we'll follow up with the rest of the NFL after this one ends. We're moving right along to the start of the second half. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds him on the crossing route. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys grow the lead coming out of halftime. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cowboys continue piling on to this lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The Saints come marching onto the field. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. The give here on 2nd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Pass play now. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. On now comes their punter. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Fields this at the 19. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. It's up close to the 30. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. I mean, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that follow. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. He's dropping back to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, You're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days. When you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They're going for this. That's caught beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They come through with a massive gain there on 4th down, 24 yards, and it's a first down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
A couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys trying to end this before the final quarter. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys continue adding on to that lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The offense headed back to the field. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Give now to the running back. And not much. He maybe got a few across the 30 to about the 32. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. Picked up at the 38. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Cowboys back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. They send the tight end in motion. Dumps it off to his running back. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Marshawn Nealon, the one to send him down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
From the 36. Headed out right. He's running with it. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Now give left side. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing from the gun here. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I love the thought there and the idea. Get your guy in space. But he can't make anything happen until he catches it cleanly first.
This throw is caught. And all he needed was one more stride. He's out at the 2-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. You're going to have to explain this one to me. They are punting from inside the red zone. That outruns their offense. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this 3rd quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 28. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 41. That's caught by Chris Olave. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints continuing to fight at least. Chris Olave with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our... On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They're going play action. That's incomplete left side.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Running this one left. And he rocks the tackler. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
1st down, and they go right back to him. He finds some space again. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Best run games in this league have balance. Can run it inside, as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
1st down, ball at the 36. Off the play fake, he'll throw. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
1st down, Cowboys.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. And this was pylon hunting for a moment, but it's over the goal line and out the side of the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Olave with the catch. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
To throw it on 1st down. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Completed over the middle. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. Cowboys sending out the dime package. 3rd down. Now looking to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss. They're out now, ready to punt it. They could really use a good one here. Somebody give this guy a break as he sends his 10th punt away. He's got it at the 24. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. This one returned for 11 yards. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. They're set up at the 35 now. Play action on 1st down. Bails out of the pocket quick. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Finds him over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Cowboys authoring a blowout here. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's got a man left. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Punt team on, and they'll send this one away. And this one's out of the side of the end zone, was trying to get that. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll try and throw it here. That's into the hands of Franklin. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They're now set for 1st and 10.
That's good for the Saints. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
He's going to throw this one. Continuing to move past the 45. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Still sticking with the passing game. That one's complete over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. Throwing it again here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Chris Olave. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
He'll throw it yet again. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Setting up a throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man,
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Cowboys scoop it up. He's at midfield. He's at the 30. And a great return comes to an end with the tackle.
that is such a gut punch as a quarterback. You've put in so much work to get down near the goal line. And then you've got to take care of the football. You can't be reckless with the ball. Those defenders are looking to knock it free, and that's exactly what they did, keeping points off the board.
The Saints headed back. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Hits him on the out route. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the first. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. From the 27. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They're throwing it. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. His work begins at the 31. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Found some space, ended up with 18 on that return. And they're going to take over possession. Here's the handoff. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road.